Hi, I'm here with my friend Adrian, down on divorce, and I'm just going to talk to Adrian. Adrian's parents got a divorce when she was young, and she's going to tell us, what life was like. So, Adrian, how old were your parents how old were you when your parents got a divorce?
I was 5, and then my brother was born, and then when I was 6, my dad would always come over, and I would always end up looking after my little brother. I'd be the one changing his diaper and everything, so it was difficult, but...
So your parents divorced when you were 5?
Yep.
And then your brother was born when you were 5?
Yeah, or when I was just turning 6.
Okay, so your brother wasn't born, but your parents were living in separate houses?
Yeah.
Like they'd officially separated?
Yeah, my mom threw him out because his drinking was just too much, so...
Okay. How did everybody handle the breakup? Obviously your brother was just new, so you obviously had a lot of responsibility taking care of him.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as your mom and dad, do you remember a lot when you're 5? Or
I remember certain parts of things happening. Like they used to get in arguments, and one night just things were being thrown, and I just remember trying to get out of the house. I didn't care if they fought. I just didn't want to be around it,
Yeah. And how old were you when you remember, when you have that
I
memory?
was probably, they got back, they were on and off for a bit, and then I was probably about 6 or just turning 7 when that had happened, because he came back. And
into
then,
the relationship and stuff.
Not full on, but he would come over and visit, and they would get in fights and stuff. So
you probably, the earliest memory would be 7, and then other earlier memories before 7 were just vague.
Yeah, just very little tiny things, just
pieces.
Yeah.
But from 7 on, you start to remember more and more.
Yeah.
So how did it work with visitation? I assume you would spend sometimes with him and then sometimes with your mom?
We would usually go up either every Sunday or every other Sunday to see my dad. But as we got older, that changed.
Was he close?
No, he's lived in Mississauga since my mom and dad divorced. He moved to Mississauga with his parents.
Okay, and we're in Burlington right now, by the way. So, so you would go and see him on Sundays, and then as you get older, it changed for the better or for the worse?
For the worse, for sure, because my dad's a really bad alcoholic.
Okay.
So
he's got some dependency stuff.
Yeah, he chose the bottle over us, and even over his own kids. He never had a relationship with my brother. My little brother...
Really?
No, my little brother never wanted to go see him. He never had any interest in talking to his dad, and my dad was the same way. He never really took interest in Sean. It was always kind of about me. But at the same time, I was trying to make sure Sean had that relationship with his dad. So I would always be like, Sean, let's go to Dad's this weekend. We'll have fun and I would talk him into it. But as he got older, it didn't happen. It was his decision then, and he chose not to. So.
How old do you think he was when he started to make those kind of decisions?
He was 8 or 9.
Really?
Yeah, he did not.
So that's anything. 8 or 9 years of working on this relationship with his dad. And how old's your brother now?
14. He'll be 15 on the 17th of
March. 15. And so your involvement in your dad's life is non-existent?
We haven't spoken to him for 3 years now.
Really? But he's still living in Mississauga. What about your grandparents? Do you speak with them?
I don't speak to that entire side of the family, only because I know it sounds awful and people are like, how can you neglect your whole side of your family? But they stick up for him. They make it seem like his drinking is not a problem. They've sheltered him all these years. He's 53 and he still lives with his parents. It's pathetic. And I just called it quits. I was like, I don't want to talk to any of you. I don't talk to my cousin, my aunts, my uncles. I have a little nephew, Jaden. He's so cute, but or my cousin, and I don't talk to him because his dad, they all stick up for him, and it's not his fault. It's my mom's fault. It's the way he is. But
so you and your brother definitely feel like you've been brought right into the relationship where you have to choose sides.
Yeah.
It was like that.
It wasn't. My mom never pressured us. She was never like, your dad's an idiot, you're not to talk to him. Why do you talk to your dad? She was the one pushing us to go to our dad. She was like, you have to have a relationship with your father, even if I don't.
Right.
So she never said, like, it's either me or your dad, pick one.
Right.
But as we got older and we realized for ourselves, she kind of came out and was like, do you see what I'm saying now? She wanted us to see it for ourselves.
Okay.
To see how bad he was and stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah.